Hello and welcome to another interesting edition of Engineering and You, a program that comes to your viewing pleasure every Friday, courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Mrs. Shilon, FNSC. The objective of the program is to encourage primary school students, secondary school students to make their choices in science, technology, engineering and mathematics, because we believe that when engineering is top-notch in any society, the society can become better and a better place to live in. My name is Tunde Olaniro, the regular anchor on this program, and the program is a very interactive one where we get to talk to us also as you listen to what we have to say, and also you get to win a prize courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Mrs. Shilon, FNSC. And our question for today for you to answer is, which of the following material has the highest conductivity? Which of the following material has the highest conductivity? A, copper, B, gold, C, silver, and D, aluminium. If you know the answer, just give us the option A, B, C, or D, and you can call us. If you can't call us, you can get across to us on all the social media handles as displayed on your screen. If you get the answer correctly, one thing I will assure you is that you get a prize courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Mrs. Shilon, FNSC. So we will take this very short break. My guest is already seated, already in the house. When we return, I'll let you know who he is, what topic he's going to be discussing with us, and we'll take it up from there. Don't go anywhere. Glad to know that you are still there. The program is Engineering and You, sponsored by Prince Engineer Mrs. Shilon, FNSC. And my guest for today is Engineer OLUWOLE AJAYI, and he will be talking to us about a very interesting topic, I must say: engineering and science shaping a brighter future together. What does that mean? How does that mean? That is left to Engineer OLUWOLE AJAYI to explain. Welcome to Engineering and You, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, you have the floor. Engineering and science shaping a brighter future together. But one thing I know will be curious in the mind of our young people is, can an engineer be a security person?
Of course, 100%. Let me start from there. Okay. In the old long age, while we were talking about when Nigeria want to take independence, and then you still know that technology has been the first from then. Started from even our former president Olusegun Obasanjo happened to be an engineer, and we also wear this uniform. I'm not talking about color. When I mean uniform, talking about the paramilitary, military, and the rest like that. And the engineering has actually been the backbone of our technology, military forces. And then if you look at it, you got something like signal communication. That is when we're talking about radio. I'm very sure you guys use it here in this TV station, that you will see it in cableless kind of means of communication. Of course, engineering, science and engineering, it's indeed the backbone of all other courses or profession like that. I tagged my topic for today as shaping a brighter future together. If you really want to have a greater and a prosperous nation, science and engineering should be what you should put in your effort and resources into. Of course, I said it, I think it plays a significant role in ensuring prosperity and safety of our nation. Let's look at Ogtv. Before, in my grammar, you say Asoromabesi. That's the radio and the rest like that. But now, you people can call in and we respond. Technology, science and engineering has actually made it more easier. Not that a TV station or radio station that will just be talking and it will have your reply. Now, instant, you have your reply. Of course, it actually helps. If you talk about medicine in any area of life, engineering and science are actually the bedrock of all. And to me, when you see me wearing this Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, of course, we have a lot of professional field among us. We have the engineers, we have other professional field that actually make the work of securing the nation more easier. And to encourage our young ones, it's something we really have to help them to know that when it comes to engineering and science, if we really want to make Nigeria a greater nation, we should invest greatly in engineering, science and engineering. And this field drives in societal progress and economic growth. Before that I get to know OGBC and OGTV, then at Housing Corporation, of course you have they have to beam a light, a very big light to you, and then sweating and the rest. But technology has actually made it more easier for us. Then you are not just starting from today. You started from elementary school to grammar school, graduate, like that. So engineering is indeed, if any nation really want to have a greater prosperity, either in economy, engineering, medicine and all other, you need to invest in engineering and science. It helps us a lot. And then one of the things I observe when it comes to we, the security personnel, permit me to say this. Look at this developed world. They don't joke with science and technology. Where things, I was watching your jingle about the event that you'll be having on Saturday, that technology has actually made things more easier for us. When we need to deploy like thousands of people to a field, of course you can make use of drones to actually do the job. When you need to go to some very hostile zone, of course drone will do the job. That actually will reduce the issue of wasting resources. Efficiency is there. So to me, science and engineering is indeed something we need to encourage our people. And for this topic of today, science and engineering, I will have to reach some point that we will understand that science and engineering is indeed the bedrock of all other courses and pathway to success. And to me, I want to believe that today we will see, and our my colleagues, because I will call them my colleagues, I'm still a young one, and some of our elders will say that if you are still under 50, you are still a child. And I really want to encourage them. Just let us take some few points, because I listed some like 12 points for us to see where science and technology and engineering has actually will be what we actually need to invest on, either at our local government, state or federal government level. In just 12. Let me start from this one. I said innovation and technology. You really want to ask me. I will start from you, sir. Look at these your gases. Before, innovation has actually made you to be able to help and assist you to see clearly.
Yes.
Before, if you look at it, I can't see very well. Science, technology has actually helped you to be able to see clearly. Now, even the clothes we wear, before old age, you see that they use like wrapper and the rest like that. Science and engineering brings about what? Innovation. And innovation is something we need to embrace. That is because I really want to work on my time. I talked about the infrastructure and urban development. Before, I still have to, because I'm here, permit me to use this program. And you do with Alaka of Baland, and you bring something that related to Oshi of to his own. Of course, I'm at OGTV here. Before, I've been here once when I was a student, executive there, while we were doing something. I remember when we were on the other side. innovation helped this studio to be where we are, that we can watch it live in a cable network. That is innovation. And infrastructure is things that people are, even at the remote area, you can just take your phone. I can watch OGTV live and direct. Innovation. And somebody, or let me say there are some engineers, technology experts behind the scene of you able to see OGTV live at the back end at the remote area. Of course, these are innovation that engineering and technologies has actually brought to us to make life more easier. This phone I'm having here, you remember what happened? A land phone, cram, 6-4 like that. And you know how much, if your cable is being distorted, because I remember I had my IT with NITEL, that we have to go and check on the cable, what happened to this manhole and the rest. Now, we have mobile network, technology, innovation. And that has actually built our infrastructure. That's part of the infrastructure. That somebody might want to post a letter from here to Kano. It will take some weeks before it gets there. But from your comfort of your home, you can just send text message. But even if it is 20 pages, whatever, of course, when I want to send some things, it's through here. Innovation, infrastructure. And then let's also move on, because when we talk to the area of environmental sustainability, look at it from this way. If you want to power this entire OGTV without you not using generator, we have green energy. That is innovation. That is where technologies and science and engineering has actually helped us to. And before you know, we have some generator that when they start it here, the vibration in the 5th, 7 houses, you'll be hearing beep. But now we have lioness generators. You know, innovation, technology has actually made our life more easier. And this is what we need to tell our government and everyone involved, to actually encourage our young ones to take a course on that. But let me also move on to national security. I've made mention of that when you talk about border patrols, surveillance, combat, and tactical operations. Technology makes it more easier. And I will really jump all this to quickly go to where you mentioned while you were doing your introduction about our students, young women, colleagues, courses they need to take up and where they need to actually start, because Rome is not built in a day. You need to start working on yourself. And if you are there in primary school, you need to have passion for all these courses that will eventually help you and then prepare you for greater future. You know, you need to have passion for algebra. You know, it is, you know that it's, you gotta live it. You need algebra, when it comes to mathematics, the algebra, the geometric, and then trigonometric, calculus. Of course, they are not that courses that you think is so difficult. It is when you know your way in there. If you, at least we have teachers that have to put up, you need to develop passion for these courses. And then when you come to science, physics is there. Chemistry, physics, biology, environmental studies. These are courses from where, even from our basic school. My son, if you ask them how many courses are you guys having, he says 16. They taught them basic sciences, something because they want to keep them young. Then if you move from there, computer science. I'll break it down. I've moved from the basic elementary to maybe I'm talking about undergraduate. Of course, passion for computer science. All these things we were talking about, technology, this studio, you need something like computer science, some courses related to basic programming. Someone have, they sat down, they wrote some programming languages, JavaScript. When you're on your phone, you see the OS. There are some experts that see it as something we need to do to make life more easier for us. Of course, engineering fundamentals, the principle of engineering, robotic, electronics like that, you still need to develop. You get your hand on those materials. You go to the archive on the internet, You can go to Google and the rest like that. You can download something relating to this. Not until when you get to secondary school, you start reading something relating to engineering or any courses related to that. Social sciences and humanity. Of course, someone will tell me that when someone saw me in engineering, Korean and assemblies, why is it that we have a lot of experts in engineering that happen to be a uniform personnel? I laugh. And you know why? If you call, let me say you call a civil defense officer or police officer that, something is happening to us as so you have made use of what? Technology. Exactly. And for him to also respond to locate you, GPRS is there. You make use of what? Technology. Now just look at it. Technology. And we need to get there. And when going to graduate level 2, you need to, from the level of you elementary class, you have passion for all these courses, then where do you now need to deploy them? Which other courses do you need to get involved in? And that's when we have undergraduate courses, we have computer science and cyber security. In our banking system, when we were sorry that the federal government has withdrawn that cyber security levy, they know the beauty, they know the benefit of cyber security. Some of us will be a victim of our phone being hacked, our account being hacked. Cyber security is another major field that if our young one can venture into it, of course, you don't need to travel out of this country before you make your money. And then when it comes to data science and analytical science, of course, that is also when we're talking about pool of data. In the banking world, you see, that is the more or less adverse data of the citizen for national security. And we'll move on to graduate level of it, and that is in the area of advanced cyber security and information system. You need it. Even with the defense, the military aspect of this nation, they don't joke with information. We don't joke with data. We don't joke with things that have to do with advanced technology. Because this is what actually we used. Is it not this week that the president commissioned a cybersecurity center for the Nigerian police force? In our agency, if you have seen N-Alert, that was developed by civil defense. So that when you are at your home, you can dial a number so that it will save you. And when we say this, we all have roles to play. Of course, this time cannot actually give us what we actually want to discuss, but when we talk about science and technology, each one of us have a role to play.
So just to take us through one of the two roles that students should play, the parents should play, maybe the society, that they have a role.
Yes. I mentioned listed 3 roles because of my time. I mentioned of advocacy and education. I'm talking about STEM. Support science, engineering, technology, and mathematics at our elementary school level. It will help us. Catch them young. Let them have love, passion for science and engineering. And with that, once you advocate such kind of groups, and it will make them see it as a pathway to success for them and for the nation. And also policy and advocacy, because one of the major things we have as a challenge in this part of the world, you have that before they just move nurses and engineering to grade level 10. Policy making is actually one of the things that actually make that to come to reality. We need to move and help other people to, when it comes to policy, that will affect what actually happened to engineering. And lastly, collaboration and networking. If you are an engineer, you need to collaborate with other professional associations and take Nigerian Society of Engineers. They are doing their own part for them to set up this program for our young ones to know how engineering, science and technology can actually better their life and the nation engineer. Of course, these are the professional bodies. We have NIEEE, the branch of Society of Engineers. You need to collaborate together with other disciplines to make this nation a prosperous nation. So I still want to say this in conclusion before we move on to that. I see it that when we're talking about science and engineering, if we really want to have a greater success in this nation, we must invest in that. Talking about, look at the time of COVID-19, we can see the benefit of science in that. You tell us at home, not stay at home, and you can transact banking system, you can communicate with others at the door of your house. And that tells you science has made it a great benefit for us. I want to say that together, if we can harness the power of science and engineering, we will safeguard this nation for a very prosperous nation for you and I to live in. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Engineer OLUWOLE AJAYI. He has done a great job trying to dissect the topic engineering and science, shaping a bright future together. Actually, I majored his conversation on the advantages of going into science and engineering. And as a young person out there, I'm sure you are curious on what we are talking about, and you are stirred up to take up the course subject that has to do with science and engineering. Before I let you go, in one word, what do you say to parents that whose children have some tendency, who has a misconception, as it were, about engineers? You know, when they say engineers, they feel they are those that do rough work, climb things, go. Is that all that you do, just in one or two minutes?
No. I need to tell them to please have a think of their view about engineering. And then, the majority of our parents love that their kids to go for medicine like that. Please, let me ask you, sir. Some of those, let me say, all the equipment used in the medical institution, who made it?
Okay. Definitely the engineers.
The engineers.
All right, we have to go. I'd like to say a big thank you to my guest, Engineer OLUDAYO, OLUWOLE AJAYI. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, and thank you to you out there for watching us for the past 20-25 minutes, and thank you to our sponsor, Prince Engineer Mrs. Shilon, FNSC, for what he had done, and for bringing us to the viewing pleasure of everyone across the globe to study, to stir them up to study engineering. But as we go, that's our question for the week. What is the process by which water moves through a plant from the roots to the leaf? If you know that, the biology question, the options are on the screen. Just drop the answer on any of our social media platforms, and you get your prize courtesy of our sponsor, President Mrs. Shilon, FNSC. We have to go now. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, and next week is another time when we'll bring you another guest to discuss another topic that will be of interest to you. Until next week, my name is Tunde Lanyon. Bye-bye.